Final Fantasy 15.
Episode Duscae.
Duscae.
We're back.
It's
been a while.
Finally back.
Yeah, well, excuses.
That's pretty
literally
much all
my
I've gotten
excuse.
out of you. Yeah.
That's literally my excuse. So here we are. We're back to the demo. We're gonna finish this thing off.
About time.
Because due to popular request, actually, for everybody who wanted us to do this again. Awesome, thank you for letting us know.
I was also one of those people asking for more.
I'm sure you have an opinion too, Chris.
I just gotta know, man.
All right.
See, and I remember seeing you play this game all the way up into some caves where you were raging about. So now I'm excited to get to that point and see you rage about it.
Oh, you get to hear me rage about those kids. I'm sure a lot of people will feel my pain, and then there's going to be like two guys out there that are like, shut up, I didn't have a problem with it. I'm going to be like, yeah, well, you shut up.
I'll also be one of those guys that's like, shut up, I didn't have a problem with it.
No. You're terrible about Final Fantasies.
I may be, but at the same time, anytime you have those complaints, I often do respond that way to you.
Fair. Alright, so here's our list. We have Hunt Down Deadeye again. That's a bad idea, because we'll just die. Raise the 24,000 Gs, or gills, rather. That's a bad idea. Well, that's not bad. That's a great idea, but we can't do that. That's why we're hunting Deadeye in the first place. And then finally, speak to the stable master at the Chocobo post. You know what's funny about this? You can get the money. It takes a while, but I wonder if you can just get the money. And
I'd be very curious. I don't think anyone would want to watch us do that.
No, but I am curious to know if you could just straight up pass the Deadeye quest. Anyway, so I'm speaking to the stable master at the Chocobo post. I don't know why, but I imagine it's because I want a Chocobo. So
that or
jump, jump. Okay.
Yeah. Now that it's been a little while, what like 2 months, maybe more since we played this.
Yeah.
We before we started recording, we had to have a little reminder session.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be like half as good at this game as I used to be. I probably don't remember a lot of things I'm supposed to remember, so that's all I've got.
Excuses.
Yeah, excuses. I'm so tired. I can't go on anymore. Life is so... Oh, never mind, we're good.
Do you actually have a stamina thing where you can't keep running after a certain while?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't tell you. Can I just... Oh, no, that's a thing that I can pick up.
That's one of those things that's present in a lot of games, though, where it's like... Okay, you can sprint for this amount of time and then you have to walk. But most games that have it make me beg the question, is it really that important to have you stop running after a certain point? Like, does stamina really matter?
I mean, I know it'll be, like, important if you're in a fight or something, but...
Right.
Like...
But I feel like when you're free roaming, it actually is kind of arbitrary to make you stop. Like... For instance, there are games like Skyrim, right, where, stamina is a huge deal. And if you're running around and then you're suddenly attacked, that makes a dramatic difference in the game, because suddenly you can't use any of your... You can't swing as fast, you can't use any power moves or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually makes a big difference there. But then there are games like this where it's like, well, if you're running when you're not in a battle, does it actually change anything when the battle happens? I don't really...
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I wouldn't say that, like, that's not the thing I wanted to do. Haha! I mean, I wouldn't say it's absolutely necessary or whatever. It does kind of cater to the fact, though, that you are not some immortal god that can do everything forever always, and in perfect peak condition, like they tend to make you feel during Final Fantasies. I got hit by that because I don't remember how to dodge. I think so. It's circle. Nope, circle's to jump.
I mean, it's pretty low cost of failure right now.
Yes, but when I get to the caves, I will need to know how to do that.
That's fair. Well, we're not going to the caves right away, are we? Unless the Chocobo thing is through the caves.
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, no, it's not. It's not through the caves, but it's part of the quest.
Oh.
And when I get there, I'll explain why the hell I don't actually understand why that is. Why are you just standing around? Like, stop just chilling. Stop fraternizing with the enemy. And, oh man, stop. Teleport, he's right there. Oh yeah, and he's still to kill. Thanks a lot. Alright, so, Jesus, I don't remember. This is to take cover. How do you... help me. How do I... Oh, God. I hope I don't, go back into combat controls. Here we go.
All right, well, we'll pause here while we're familiarizing.
I remember. Okay.
You say this, and yet I'm not entirely convinced that we're good.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
I was going to say, that's probably because I lie a lot. Why have you done? How did I miss that? Yep, still issues with the, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out here. Semi-coder.
What, collision timing?
Basically. I don't know. What's the, Jesus, I cannot remember the word. Targeting? What is it called?
Targeting?
You know, like when help me with design here. What is the thing where the okay, you know, I don't care.
Interface?
I wonder if he did this. Yes,
I have
we
no idea
already
what you're
saw
going for.
him.
Yeah, we did already look at that.
I really wish that they would just remove those after you've already seen him, because I mean,
did it trigger automatically when you got over there?
no, it was just hey, look at this spot, and I was like, I don't know what's over here. And
Oh, you're like, okay, I'll look at this spot.
Oh yeah, it's like, I'll look at, I'm gonna do it again right here, and it's gonna be like, he touched this rock. Ugh. But Ignis just got a mithril shaft. I don't know.
From looking at it?
I guess.
Oh. Well, I mean, that would explain why they don't just remove that sub-quest, I guess.
I'm just gonna keep running. I don't want to fight you. No.
Is that a quest that actually displays in your queue?
Yeah. Well, it did.
Oh,
Now,
okay, but it doesn't anymore.
Yeah, I mean, at least maybe it did, and it doesn't highlight in yellow, being like, hey, this is important. So maybe it's still there, just not important.
I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if that's just kind of like a quirk of the demo, because you wouldn't expect everything to be polished and perfect by the demo.
Pathing. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh.
You know, going in the direction you want to go. Shut up. Rampant goblin crime spree. Uh-oh. Goblins.
Oh my.
So,
So is this like a Chocobo ranch?
yeah, man.
This is actually kind of adorable.
Isn't it? Aw, little guys.
Actually, everything about this I really, really like, because it feels, I don't know, integrated into the world, but it feels very real. I feel like I could just leave right now, leave this recording, and go outside and go to some Chocobo Park, and it would be structured exactly like this.
If you're crazy enough, you could do that.
Like a little cafe and little,
just chill out with the bows, the chokes.
Yeah, man.
All right, so people keep telling me about. Oh, watch this. You ready? Yeah. Let's hear some people's opinions about chocobos.
Oh yes, I love watching their little beaks peck at their greens and grains.
Yeah, that just happened. But no, they have important things to say, right?
To practice our chocobo riding if we're gonna get any better.
Wouldn't a car be better, dear?
You silly. How could anything be better than spending time with a chocobo?
Okay.
His pose during that was pretty on point too.
What is wrong with you? Okay, the best part about that is that they actually address the issue of why the hell do chocobos exist in a world where there are cars, and the answer is because crazy people like her.
Because people find them adorable as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
All snacks, and you know what? They're surprisingly palatable.
I know! Someday I'll eat raw gizzle, just like a real chocobo.
What?
Yep.
Okay, well, she was here before, right?
And,
she was like, okay, well, she's a fanatic, but whatever, people get fanatics about things. And then she just jumped 5 stories higher and was like, I want to be a chocobo.
Yeah, she's crazy. Okay, I just realized this. I've never read this before, but Deadeye reported to be one-eyed, one-horned, purple people eating.
Oh.
Dude, from the song One-Eyed, One-Horned, Fine Purple People Eater?
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Ah ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
That's...
Ha ha ha. It's clever, shut up.
I mean, it is kind of clever.
I gather you're all taking in the sights. Sure are a lot to take in around these parts. But you steer clear of that cave nearby if you know what's good for you. want that to be the last sight you see.
A little late for that guy.
So, here's the thing about this part. Destination updated. They say, go to the Chocobo post. And I'm like, why am I going to the Chocobo post? I don't actually know why. And then I go there and he's like, stay away from the cave. And I'm like, hey, cool, new quest. Why did he tell me to stay away from the cave? Why are my characters actually going to decide to go there?
You just gotta know, man.
I mean, like, I don't actually understand what the purpose at this moment was, and maybe, like, they do explain it and I missed it before, but that means that I've missed it 3 times, because that's how often I played this demo, and I keep missing. Maybe it's, like, literally 1 sentence, and I keep missing it.
That's fair. I think the implication is...
Come around looking for a Chocobo ride. Well, you're out of luck. They're not ready.
Okay, then. I think the implication is that if there's something that's causing people distress or scaring people away, there's probably money to be made. That's my theory. That, or they decide to be heroes and just kill all the goblins. But it doesn't seem like this is that kind of game.
No, I don't feel like. I mean, like, your first quest is get money.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, granted, not for technically selfish means, but still.
But that's why I'm thinking maybe they think that they'll get money, or maybe like free service from getting rid of these goblins. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe after we solve or beat the quest, then we'll really know why it matters.
Why does it matter? Okay, so I'm just gonna go through some stuff to look at and sell. All right, I have 82 of these things.
Oh my!
And now here's the thing. I'm sure that I can use these to like synthesize or smith or whatever the mechanic in this game.
But that doesn't exist yet.
But that doesn't exist yet. So optimal strategy.
Get some money.
It tells me that there's only one thing to do with all this.
And it's just to sell it.
Sell it all. And there's a. Can I? Fast. Oh my god, they didn't add a change stock by 10 option. Oh my god, what's wrong with you? Okay.
UI flaw. That's,
right.
I mean, I expect
Boom.
that's something else that would get polished in the final phase.
Later on from here, there will be pro, like, Final Fantasy 10 players. Oh, look at this mithril shaft. It's gone. There's going to be, like, pro players that are going to look at this and go, no, why did you do that? You only get 2 mithril shafts in the entire game.
I'm going to laugh really hard if toward the end of the demo that actually becomes important to have.
I will be very upset. All right. So, cool. We got some food here, I guess. It tells you what it pairs with, and then you can, what is that animal? Apiorn's tenders.
Aegir?
I don't know. Ager roots. Okay, so basically, this says that it goes with the eggs, and this says that it goes with the horns. So I'm just gonna buy like 3 of each of these. That way I can cook. And then I don't know. I'm just gonna. I have a lot of money. I don't really care. Aha!
Yeah, at this point I doubt.
Of those.
And you can't really buy any new weapons, right? So this is pretty much it. At least for now.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do equipment because it's still locked. So, meh.
Yeah, I mean,
So, you're probably wondering, Nathan, why are you buying 10 of these? When we get to the goddamn caves, you will find out. Okay. Especially because I'm not good at this game anymore, so I'm going to need a lot of those.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so now that we've done that, basically, I'm going to get to look at my destination here, right? And it'd be like, alright, Deadeye's Lair, the cavern, the new place, or, hey look, go back to the garage. So basically, it just got rid of one of the old quests and gave me this new one. I still have no idea why I'm going to these caves.
And what I was going to say before we looked at this map too is that had I come across this ranch and gotten that quest, I would have assumed, oh, maybe he's telling me to steer away from the caves because that's where Deadeye is, right?
So yeah, just if you had just been wondering, that's totally possible. Actually, I was talking to my friend Tony, and he said that he watched somebody go to the caves and what they got from it, and he just decided straight up to just like go there. He didn't bother with everything else.
Really?
Yeah, he just went straight to the caves and did the thing there, and then beat the demo in
See,
like 5 minutes.
And I find that interesting because if you go straight to the caves, then shouldn't it be too difficult for you to accomplish? Unless
Unless I'm just actually that bad at this game.
I mean, it's also possible that the enemies scale with your level, which is a very, very popular trend in most RPGs these days.
Yeah, it started actually, I think, around, if I'm not mistaken, Final Fantasy VIII. There were a lot of creatures that would, I think, level with you. And I think at 9 they got rid of that notion, and then 10 there were also some creatures that leveled with you. And then I think it was after that, finally, that just, like, things just freaking level with you all the time.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think the first time I was actually introduced to that was through Oblivion of the Elder Scrolls series.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that's totally fair.
But, that game came out much later than a lot of those other games, so I'm actually surprised it took me that long to get exposure on that.
Mm-hmm. I remember, Tactics was another one where your characters actually leveled, or the random encounters would level with you, which made sense.
Yeah.
But for that type of game, it did. But so the random encounters did, but the main story battles did not. So if you ended up grinding, you would get to the main stories and just crush the fights.
Dominate. You
would just destroy it. By the end of it, in that game, I would end up like fighting. Let's see, I'd be fighting like chocobos and dragons. I'd be fighting like red chocobos, which were, they're, chocobos that shoot meteors at you. I'm not kidding. And those things, I'm just gonna run past these. I actually hate these things, and I just want to get to the save point right now. Anyway, so yeah, man, I'd be fighting like red chocobos that were shooting meteors at me, and obviously dragons breathing fire on me.
And you just walk up and slap them and...
No, they would level with me because it'd be a random encounter, and so they were actually really tough sometimes. Chocobos in that game were really tough. They can move very far, and once you got to...
Looks a little sketchy to me.
Looks a little sketchy.
Looks a lot of sketchy to me.
Yep.
Bad idea.
So yeah, they would level with you, and it'd be like really freaking tough. And then you'd get to the boss, and you'd be like, "Ah, man, you're nothing. I can totally crush you. You're so dead because I fight chocobos." Like, that was it.
Interesting.
So that's kind of why I don't like things that level up with you as you progress.
No, I definitely understand that, actually. It feels like it cheapens the level up system as a whole, actually. But anyway, we can talk more about that in the next episode, because we are at time. And, caves. So if you want to see Nathan just struggle and get angry, then stay tuned for the next episode. Alright, see you in the archives.
Hey, Mythful Shaft. So there are two in the game.